I must have decided wrongly because I am not at peace. This is another golden moment in Course in Miracles. And we're going to call this the Course in Miniature. Someone called it that. I don't know who did, but someone gave it that title. And it's a pretty apt title because if you just remember this this little section, you have really the whole thing right there. So let's read it and then we'll talk about it. It's very short. It's from chapter 5. I must have decided wrongly because I am not at peace. I made the decision myself, but I can also decide otherwise. I want to decide otherwise because I want to be at peace. I do not feel guilty because the Holy Spirit will undo all the consequences of my wrong decision if I will let him. I choose to let him by allowing him to decide for God, for me. It says it all so pure and simply and truly right there. I must have decided wrongly because I am not at peace. That means whenever I am not at peace, anytime that I am not at peace, I'm not thinking in my right mind. I'm thinking along the ego's thought system. I'm thinking with the ego's thought system, which is sin, guilt, and fear, which is, there's a problem, right? If I'm thinking in my right mind, there is no problem, and I am at peace. And so you can, the way you can really practice this course, and what you can think about with everything is this contributing to my peace of mind, or is this taking away from my peace of mind? In any moment, if you're not at peace, you have chosen wrongly. The second sentence here is also very important. I made the decision myself. No one is making me feel bad. No one is making me, nothing outside of myself is taking my peace away. I have chosen to take my peace away. So I made the decision myself, but I can also decide otherwise. So I made the decision to not be at peace, but now I can decide to be at peace. That's the second sentence. Third sentence, I want to decide otherwise. And this is saying I want to. I do not want to not be at peace. I want to be at peace because I want to be at peace, right? I want to decide otherwise because I want to be at peace. Third step, right? Fourth step is also important. I do not feel guilty because the Holy Spirit will undo all the consequences of my wrong decision if I will let him. So a lot of times, if we don't feel at peace, and we feel like we sided with the ego, we chose wrongly again, then what we do is we beat ourselves up. We're like, what's wrong with me? Sorry. What's wrong with me? Why do I must be really really stupid. I must be really not good at this. Why do I keep making the same mistakes over and over again? And Jesus is saying, no, don't feel guilty. Everyone, it's understandable, right? You actually can pat yourself on the back because you've noticed that you made the wrong choice and now you're correcting it. So don't feel guilty. Just let the Holy Spirit guide you. So I let the Holy Spirit undo all the consequences of my wrong decision. I choose to let the Holy Spirit do that by allowing the Holy Spirit to decide for God, for me. I let the Holy Spirit, I tap into my higher self, Holy Spirit, higher self. I tap into my heart source, my heart song, and I let that lead me to the right decision, right? I let the Holy Spirit lead me to my right mind, where I am at peace once again, right? Right mind means peace of mind. When I'm in my right mind, I am at peace of mind. I'm experiencing peace of mind. When I'm not in my right mind, I am experiencing dis-ease, right? Dis-ease. Simple as that. This is very, very simple. As we keep saying, simple but not easy. but and so there was a point at which, and I still do this to some extent, where I had to keep reminding myself, if my thoughts are troubling me, if something's troubling me, it's not anything outside of myself. It is my thoughts. It is my responsibility. I have chosen to think insanely. I have chosen to think in my wrong mind. I have chosen to think with the ego. I have chosen to think along the ego's thought system. I'm not thinking with the mind of God. I'm not thinking in alignment with God's thought. I'm thinking with the ego's. Or I'm not thinking with the Holy Spirit's thought system. I'm thinking with the ego's thought system. All I need to do is change my mind. That's all. If I change my mind, I will have peace of mind. If I do not change my mind, it's probably going to get worse, right? Until I change my mind, until I decide to change my mind. But the good news is everything can be undone, right? So, hope this was helpful. Let me know. This is another golden moment. I think this is a very important passage, one to keep in mind. All these, the whole course, just memorize the whole course, damn it. And you can't go wrong. No, but, if you just keep certain things in mind, they can be very helpful, right? If you don't, it's good to have some quotes and some passages maybe committed to memory or in your back pocket or on your refrigerator or whatever to remind you. And that's why I'm doing these videos, is just, gentle reminders, simple reminders. So hope it's helping, and you can always let me know, and I'll come back again soon. Thanks so much, and blessings.